Okay, so good morning channel. Beautiful to have you here on my channel. And today I thought there was a big need, a very important thing, and I think it's valuable to create a short video. In part because people can't watch longer videos, but also because you might see my channel and you will see all those 30 minutes videos I publish, and you might think, this young man is a stupid person. Who's gonna want to watch those 30 minutes presentation? Why he doesn't make something shorter, right? Probably you're gonna wonder that. And sadly, today this video is gonna be short. However, I'm not gonna be able to sell you anything here. I'm just gonna be able to give you an advice, one valuable advice, and I'm not gonna be able to show you any good decisions related with investing because this video is gonna be too short. And also, I didn't dress well today, and this is on purpose because before going into the video, I just wanted to say that one of the reasons why you cannot watch long videos is because you don't trust other people. And that's one of the main things in your head that is blocking you from becoming a great investor, doing value investing successfully and doing wealth creation successfully. That in some way as a writer is what I sell, right? One of the things that's blocking you is that you don't trust people and you don't read. You can't watch long videos. I don't know if you know me, I'm going to introduce myself a little bit without making this video too long. Out of being a writer, I'm a fund manager. Okay? And one of the things I do as a fund manager is that I spend hours watching 30, 40 minutes videos, hours reading SEC reports, hours seeing investor presentations, earnings reports, earning calls that sometimes last more than 1 hour, if you include the questions people do after the earning calls. And last year I did this return, multiplied by leverage, okay? That's me. But today I'm gonna make this video looking bad, dressing bad, so you understand a valuable thing, so you understand what's blocking you in your head from being wise and having wealth creation in your life, which is you're racist, you are discriminative, you can't trust people, you're not updated.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Ask for help when you need it and accept it when it's offered.
Did you do that when you were younger?
No, I thought I had to be the hero. I thought I had to know all the answers. I thought I had to be the smartest in the room. It clicked when that strategy didn't work. It turns out I don't know everything and I can't do everything. There are people who care about us, there are people who trust us, there are people who like us, and when we ask them to help us, it's a great honor for a friend to help you. It's a great honor for somebody who you work with to come and offer their talents and their gifts to advance a common goal. If we act as if we know everything and give nobody else the opportunity to contribute, it takes away their joy. So, asking for help, believe it or not, is actually an act of service.
You cannot receive help from others. And you base many of your decisions based on if this individual, this great salesman, is capable of winning your trust in a period of 3 to 4 minutes. Dressing well, being white, speaking English without grammar mistakes, without an accent, things like that. And when someone wins your trust, then you take decisions. So imagine if I'm making this video but speaking Hindi or speaking a dialect from a very poor area of India or other parts of the world, speaking dialects with English subtitles below. Do you think that will increase your chance of you wanting to watch this video, or you will be more inclined to skip it? You see things like that before taking a decision. Instead of seeing what are the ideas I propose, the investments I talk about, and then realizing if what I'm saying is reasonable or not. Okay? What will happen if I'm dark-skinned, if I'm black? You will be racist and you will skip this? Or if I give you the information that my mother never had $1 million in her bank account all along her life, not even in her retirement. If, for example, I explain you that nobody in my family for generations never had $1 million, that will make a difference? Will that make a difference? And sadly, the answer is yes. And you need short videos, and you need help so you don't discriminate people. And as many people, that's why they cannot have wealth creation in their lives. Their decision taking is based in I can trust or I cannot trust this person. You only have 4 or 5 minutes, if not less. In sales, there's an exercise with a match. The time where the match is burning and it burns your finger, that's the time you have to motivate somebody, right? That's something my father taught me. But the fact is that that's the mark that you are a stupid person, like most people in this world, and you don't qualify for wealth creation. So I'm not going to be able to explain you any investments in this video, and perhaps never. I'm never going to be able, because you can't watch long videos. However, I can just leave you an advice, so you start understanding how the world works, which is, for example, the other day I was speaking about an investment where you need minimum $200,000 in real estate investments, okay, where they are getting half of these returns, but it's very high return. But myself, to know about this opportunity and recommend it, I went to their website and I watched half-an-hour videos. I'm capable of doing that. And that's why I have the returns I have. And you don't have them. Okay? And if you have them, it's because you're a speculator. You're all the time trying to be lucky or to build a business out of your arrogance and out of your quick ways of thinking, out of your discrimination. And the thing is that if you went back in time, 300 years ago, you being the piece of racist crap you are, and sorry if I'm saying this and perhaps I'm wrong about it, you're not, perhaps you have a rejection towards dark-skinned people. Okay, if you lived 300 years ago, that perhaps was a tool for you, because you will never find a financial advisor that was dark-skinned, because they were so discriminated that in many countries it was impossible or very hard to find professionals that you wanted to talk about and hire services from them that were dark-skinned. But the times are changing. And today your discrimination is blocking you, okay, from taking good decisions. And I don't want to make a video about being against racism, against discrimination. I'm going to leave that video for another day. Okay, I always make videos about finance and wealth creation because that's my subject. I'm a writer in that subject. Okay, but the message is that you cannot do value investing if you're not a person that reads, that listens to 30 minutes presentation, that reads SEC reports. If you wanna invest in my fund, okay, one of the things you could do is read my letter to investors, but that's a 3-page document that you can read, and you can see which type of investments we're working on and which ones are performing very well and which ones are still cheap or which ones are flat, okay, because they don't move. But for that you need to read. You need to watch long videos. And if you aren't capable of doing that, then you need to hire someone like me that can do that. But if you are not even capable of hiring someone like me, now we start to understand why you struggle so much to build wealth. And you need to build wealth, but in a stupid way, in your stupid discriminative way, in your arrogant way, which implies don't listening to other people and just put your head in your business, which is, and perhaps be rich with that. And you might be, but again, we fall again in what? In speculation. Value investing is about saying no to a speculation. It's about finding things that are undervalued, reading those SEC reports, reading those investor presentations, reading those balance sheets, and realizing if this asset is undervalued or it's not. And stop doing investments and financial decisions in your life based on speculations and passions and things like that. Value investing is about that, which is a specific way of investing. Okay? There's many paths to the top of the mountain. There's many ways to develop wealth creation. However, I specialize in this, which means that you don't discriminate and you take the time to see things as they are. Myself, I made this return because I bought companies that were discriminated in third world countries, in second world countries, which the news were speaking ill about them with no reason. The same thing that happens with some oppressed, if we can call it that way, races that have bad publicity. Okay, but then perhaps nowadays they are as good professionals as any other. Okay. So to end the video, I want to give you something very valuable I got from another people. They had this very interesting idea, right? In the world, you have 85% of people that are employees. That is people that's willing to be led, follow orders, or it's people that live in poverty. So if you're poor but you don't want to work, you are miserable. If you want to work, perhaps you live a little bit better, right? That's the deal. If you don't want to be miserable, perhaps you need to live in the fields, you need to live in some faraway place where you can cultivate your own food and things like that. So if you're poor but you want to work, you live a little bit better, right? 85% of people live in this state of being willing to follow instructions and be led. Then 10%, and this is a simplification, of people are in a situation of being a leader. They lead people, they start businesses, and of course they make much more money than this side because they are leaders. They do complicated jobs, which is finding opportunities, finding ways of working, finding ways of organizing labor, and then dealing with employees, leading people, making them work and produce so they can help themselves. And 10% live in that situation. And then you have 5% of the population who lives as an observer, okay? And this is philosophy. I hope you like it, because this was very good. I just saw it the other day. It's very interesting, right? And observers are simply people that observe, that know how things are, that they denounce things when they see bad things, or sometimes they shut up, but they observe. They know when the dirty thing is going on, when the corruption is going on. And sometimes this group is the one that is chased, assassinated, exterminated in some historical periods. They are the observers, right? And they are more passive than the leaders, because the leaders are not, they spend a lot of time studying, observing, learning, scientific people, right? But then the leaders, they are like on the front, working with people, manipulating them, or leading them, or negotiating with them, giving them better benefits, being the best employer in town, things like that. Okay, and that's the observation. You have employees, you have leaders, you have observers, and sometimes if you piss off these leaders because their job is a lot of sacrifice, sometimes don't mess with them, because you're gonna transform them into observers. You're going to have less leaders and more observers. That's something that happened with me. I had many qualities for leadership when I was growing up, but at some point I got tired of so many bad people messing with my life. So then I become more passive and more like an observer. But that doesn't take away that I spend a lot of time studying, and understanding things. So don't mess with leaders, and don't mess with me if I'm a leader, because you're gonna transform many of them into observers. You're gonna have, I don't know, perhaps you're gonna have 8% leaders and 7% observers. Or you can educate the employees of the world to become observers. Okay? They observe the world, they understand things. A leader perhaps is a little bit stupid. He doesn't understand about the stock market. You don't understand if a stock is undervalued or not. You don't understand why the investments I'm recommending are the best. However, you know how to lead people. You know how to get on with people. You're beautiful, you're cute, you know how to sell. A lot of things like that, right? You can lead. Myself right now, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to lead you into investments. But if you piss me off what I do, I become an observer. I invest my own money. And the thing with observers is, what's their savings? If their savings are, I don't know, $300,000, if an observer made 50% a year, they made $150K a year salary from their decisions, because they observe and they have a brokerage account and they can invest wisely. So if an observer has high savings, he's powerful, right? If he has low savings, let's say he has $20,000, it doesn't matter if you double your money next year, you're gonna do $20,000 a year. You cannot live from that. You cannot have a family from that amount of money, right? So why I mention this? Because the big question I want to leave you before finishing this video is it being an observer a profitable thing? Can you make a lot of money being an observer as you can make a lot of money being a leader? And the answer is yes. If the market conditions allow it, if stock markets are bullish or perhaps they are bearish and you're an excellent short seller, being an observer is one of the most profitable things you can do with your life. If it's not the most profitable. If you think about, for example, Warren Buffett, he was a lot an observer. He had qualities of being a leader, but he was an observer. He knew how to observe things and understand when a business was undervalued. Bill Gates didn't know how to do that. He knew how to be arrogant about his ways of doing business, and he built a beautiful business from that, right? And perhaps after that, he had financial advisors who invested his money for him, despite he didn't know how. But yeah, that's the last thing I want to leave you before finishing the video. You know, you have observers, you have employees or the people that's led the flock, and then you have leaders, like Moses for the Jewish people back in the day, like many other leaders, Jesus for the Christians, many leaders in the world, and many pastors we have, and many business owners and employers out there. And then you have the observers. And sometimes observers make a lot of money, much more than these guys. Because sometimes making money is a matter of opportunity. Spotting the opportunity, spotting the undervalued business you can find with value investing or other ways of investing. Sometimes you can invest in trends, you invest in businesses that are trendy and these businesses keep increasing profits or keep becoming more and more popular, and the stock price goes up and up and up. Okay, but I'm not gonna get into that because that's gonna make the video long. And the idea of this video today was to make a short video, because we know you are a discriminative person and you might think I'm an idiot if I make a long video. But the last message, what I'm trying to say to you is that perhaps the person that's making a mistake here is you, because you don't listen to people. And in the same way I found this opportunity where you have to invest minimum $200,000, okay, it's a real estate opportunity in Kansas, Indiana, some states in the US. I spend hours watching half-an-hour videos, seeing the tours of the buildings they want to invest on. In the same way, I spend hours watching financial reports, SEC reports, earnings reports, things you need to watch if you want to invest, investor presentations, things like that. Okay, so that's the final message. Perhaps I cannot make the video short, but that doesn't mean I'm stupid. Perhaps you need to spend more time watching at things. And perhaps that's the reason that's stopping you from being wise with your money and really building wealth, you know. And yeah, that's basically it. You know, instead of blaming other people and blaming me because I'm not good in sales, or I'm not white enough, or American enough, or I don't have the accent beautiful enough to seduce you and to gain your trust in 3 minutes, you know, instead of blaming me, perhaps it's time for you to hold yourself accountable and read more and listen more and really watch those videos and those investors' presentations. And the last advice I'm going to give you, the answer is, the big question is, where do I start? And value investing answers that question. It's better to start in a specific type of business that value investing focus on. Okay? And I'm tired. I'm not going to give you more clues today. So I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. Okay? Goodbye.